What's up, seventh graders? We're back. This is 2.1, example 3. Now we're using some of the stuff we've learned and we're putting it all together for these big, long problems. So let's take a look. The table shows the elevations of 4 sea creatures relative to the sea level. Which of the sea creatures are deeper than the whale? So the first thing we need to notice is that these are fractions. This is not. This is a decimal. So I need to change all these numbers into decimals. So you do 13 divided by 10 and you end up with 1.3. 2 and 1/5, you end up with negative 2.2. 2 divided by 11 and you end up with 0.18. Repeating. Okay. Then to figure out which one is um, deeper, that's going to be the farthest down. So the farthest away from 0. So we're going to graph these on a number line. And you end up with your squid is negative 2.2. Your anglerfish is negative 1.3. Your whale is negative 0.8. And the shark is over here, 0.18. So the question is, which one's deeper than the whale? Well, we can see that these two are deeper than the whale. So your answer is both of these two are deeper because they are to the left of them on the number line. Okay? Take a look at another one here. So it says order the rational numbers negative 5/9, negative 1 3/4, negative 13/8, and negative 0.6
Order the
from least
rational
to
numbers
greatest.
negative
Again,
5
so you're going to
ninths,
want to
negative
change
1
all
and
these
3
into
fourths,
decimals and put them on a
negative
number
13
line to
eighths,
figure this
and
out.
negative 6 tenths from least to greatest. To order these numbers, we need to either write all of them as decimals or write all of them as fractions. And in this case, we'll write them all as decimals. So first let's start with negative 5 ninths. To write negative 5 ninths as a decimal, we need to use division. So we have 5 divided by 9. Remember, we will use the negative sign in the answer at the end. So now you use long division to divide 9 into 5. After you do the long division, notice there's a pattern of 5s, and then our 5s are repeating in the quotient. So this is a repeating decimal. Negative 5 ninths is equal to negative 0.5 with the 5 repeating. So let's move on and find the decimal form of negative 1 3/4. First, we need to write this mixed number as an improper fraction. So we have 1 times 4 is 4 plus 3 is 7 in our numerator, and we keep the 4 in the denominator. Also, it's negative. So we have negative 7/4. Now we need to divide 7 by 4. Continue the long division to find the quotient. When you complete the long division, notice we have a remainder of 0 and the quotient of 1 and 75
Or if you're a
hundredths.
math whiz, you know
Also
that
remember that
3/4
it's negative,
is
so we have
75
negative
cents.
1 and 75 hundredths. Finally, do the division for negative 13/8. So this is 13 divided by 8. After doing this long division, we have a remainder of 0, so we get a quotient of 1 in 625 thousandths. So remember, it's negative, so we have negative 1 in 625 thousandths. Now we can order these rational numbers from least to greatest. To do this, let's use a number line. After you label the number line, we can start putting our rational numbers on the number line. So let's start with negative 5 ninths. Negative 5 ninths is negative 0.5 repeating. And on our number line, that is between negative 6 tenths and negative 4 tenths. So we label our point as negative 0.5 repeating. Now graph the remaining points, negative 1 and 75 hundredths, negative 1 and 625 thousandths, and negative 6 tenths. So you should have negative 1 and 75 hundredths, negative 1 and 625 thousandths, negative 6 tenths, and negative 0.5 repeating. So this can help us order them from least to greatest. The least is farthest to the left. So that would be negative 1 and 75 hundredths, which is originally negative 1 and 3/4. Then the next number to the right is negative 1 and 625 thousandths, which originally was negative 13/8. Then we look for the next number to the right, which is negative 6 tenths.
Don't forget to
Which
put
was
them
our
back
decimal.
as the original form.
And then
now.
we have
That's
negative
tricky.
0.5 repeating, which was negative 5/9. So our rational numbers from least to greatest are negative 1 and 3/4, negative 13/8, negative 6 tenths, and negative 5/9.
All right, there you have it. That is the end of example 3. Don't forget, you can always pause the video